Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel Data with Ritika. Let's solve this SQL question. This was asked in LinkedIn. It says, given a table of candidates and their skills, you are tasked with finding the candidates best suited for an open data science job. You want to find candidates who are proficient in Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Write a query to list the candidates who possess all of the required skills for the job. Sort the output by candidate ID in ascending order. There is some assumption that there are no duplicates in the candidates table. The candidates table has two columns, candidate ID and skill. This is how your data looks like, and this is the expected example output. Okay, you are asked to find the candidates who are proficient in all the three skills, Python, Tableau, as well as PostgreSQL, right? All right. There are no other tables provided, so I'm considering there won't be a requirement of join, but there are cases when you might need a self join with the same table, right? So let's start with select the. So here star, we don't want all like both the columns from the candidates table. So I'll just select the candidate ID here. Now, if you see, there is a requirement of filtering out the candidates who are proficient in all the three skills. So basically, we are filtering out on the basis of the skill column. So here I can add a where condition, where skill, right? Now I want all the three to come. So I'm going to use an in operator, which is going to behave as an or condition here, right? So whenever I'll put where skill in, it is going to match this skill for each of the record with whatever records or conditions I'm going to put here, right? So let me quickly add all the three conditions that I have here. Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Right? So how the in operator is going to work is that it is going to see, okay, that this is the first record. If my skill has either Python, Tableau, or PostgreSQL, then it is going to add it to the result set. Otherwise, it is going to reject. So according to this condition, I'm going to get these three records, R, Power BI, and SQL Server. These three will be rejected. And again, I'm going to get these two records because it has Python and Tableau. Let's quickly run the code. See, I got 3, 123 and 2, 345 records. So total I got 5 records. Now, by filtering the data, the benefit I have is that now my system will have to work uh, work on some higher functions with the smaller data set, right? So now I had total here 8 records, but in my current skill set, I have shortened it to only 5 number of records, right? All right. Now I have the records which has at least these three skills. But if you see my condition, I need to have the candidates who are proficient in all the three, right? There is an and here, right? If there had been an either of these three, then my work was done here. Otherwise, but here I want all the three skills to be included in my result set. So what I can do, I can do a group by on the candidate, right? Now this is going to be one of the very good examples so as to differentiate between where and having, right? So let's say when you add group by on what? On the candidate, right? Because you want to find the candidates who have these all the skills, right? So eventually you're grouping by on a candidate ID. So what group by would do is it is going to create a group for each of the unique candidate ID. So now since my subset is this, it is going to create one group of this and one group of this. Sorry, one group of 345, right? Now I want another condition. Now what condition? Since I'm looking for all the three skills here, I'm going to check if all the three are present or not for that particular candidate, right? How can I do that? Simply, since I've already filtered down on these three, I can do a count on the skills that I already have. Now this should be equal to what? This should be equal to 3 because I'm looking for all the three skills in my candidate, right? Now here you see what is here I've used having here, but where here, right? So please understand here having is working only on a group, right? So having count skill is equal to 3 is working on this particular group and this particular group. So having basically works on group, right? whatever condition you put here, it is not going to work on complete data set, but only a group, whatever you're creating here in the group by condition, right? But this where worked on the complete data set, right? So it basically filtered out on complete data set. So it read all the records and filtered out on this particular condition, right? So this is what the difference between where and having is, and this is how you use it. Another very important thing here, when you use a where, you are simply filtering out and shortening or cutting down your main data set. So your system has to work on this smaller data set whenever you're doing a group by, right? All right, let's run the code. This is what we were looking at. 123 is the candidate ID. 345 is excluded in this because it has only Python and Tableau and not the PostgreSQL, right? Let's submit the code. Nice, it is accepted. This was about today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it useful, please share with your group, like the video, and comment down what are the videos you would like to see on the channel. Subscribe today to get closer to your dream data engineering job.